Hi, everybody. Welcome to Major Misconduct. It's Taylor Keelback. We're on 360winnipeg.ca. Tim Burke thinks that his team has a great chance to win on Friday night as the Bombers play the Hamilton Tiger Cats. One, because they're going to play in front of about 29,000 people again. Winnipeggers just, they love to have something to complain about. Two, Buck Pierce is going to start at quarterback for the Bombers. The offensive line is exactly the same, but Buck Pierce is going to make the difference. And three, they're playing the Hamilton Tiger Cats, a team that they have beaten this year at Canada Stadium. What say you?
If they're going to win another game, I think it's going to be this one. I mean, they've beaten Hamilton before, and they actually haven't been.
I don't think Henry Burris will fumble 3
No, he won't. But they haven't been that bad at home. When you think back on it, I mean, they should have beaten Saskatchewan, but for a bad call by Tim Burke, didn't kick the field goal.
Right.
And prior to that, back in the days of Paul LaPolice, they could have beaten the BC Lions. So at home, they have been somewhat competitive. Yes, so if this was on the road, if this was in Hamilton, no, I'd expect them to lose by 35 or 40 points and maybe laugh about it. But at home, no, they've got a chance to win it.
If this team drops to 2-10, do you think it's time for a house cleaner, or do you wait till the end of the year and then clean it all out?
No, I think that what they're going to do now, although I understand this week at practice that there was a bit of a shouting match between Mac and Burke, so and I'm sure where Burke is concerned, he would like to go down with his boots on, and Mac's not giving him the opportunity because he really doesn't have the troops. But what I foresee happening is that they'll stick with it till the end of the year. At the end of the year, they'll clean house, and they'll have a new general manager. He'll bring in a new coaching staff. And as long as they bring in a good quarterback, if Buck Pierce can't handle the pace going into next year, they're going to have to find a new quarterback, and it'll be a fresh start next year in a new rink, a new building. So it should be.
Do you think they also need to find a new offensive line?
Well, they've got to bring in a lot of people. They really do. I mean, and
I don't think this is just one guy. This just isn't about
no, and it's a collective effort, or collective lack of effort. I mean, even some of the guys that they counted on last year, in the defensive backfield, haven't been as prominent as they were before. So it's just been a whole lethargy that set into this club. And it was interesting. Glenn Suter was talking about it on the broadcast, and I was watching it too. And you could just kind of see these guys on the bench. And I'm not speaking of the laughing, but just the body chemistry. I mean, there was none. These guys were defeated in the second quarter. The body language was just defeatist. And excuse me, it's like when you come into something and you say, it's the excuse, I'm going to lose again, and that's the way it is. And it's a syndrome that sets in, and these guys are down on it. And the only way they're going to get out of it is by getting a really good first quarter against Hamilton. If they fall behind in the first quarter, who knows what happens?
Friday night, Bombers, Hamilton Tiger Cats at Canada Stadium. Should be another sellout. Winnipeggers just love to beat themselves up. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Winnipeg Jets and the fact that they have an empty building too. This is Major Misconduct on 360winnipeg.ca.